Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. And we have a kind of funny pack to start. There's like a whole deck here. Grizzlebrand, Emrakul, and Through the Breach is like your plan in like that deck. Because they're all in the same pack, that makes it worse. We don't want to take one and then have the others not wheel. I think the best pick is just Swords of Plowshares here. Not a sexy pick maybe, but really, really powerful. Arguably best removal spell ever printed. Very flexible, great in control and aggro. Yeah, I'll take the Swords of Plowshares here. Other people can fight over that unfair stuff. Okay. Interesting pack. Fury is really good. Elspeth is solid, but it's also 6 mana. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling a little blue-whitey. Yeah, let's take the Jace. Really strong card. Plays well with Swords of Plowshares. Just cheap removal that can protect it. You could take Chrome Marks for sure. Maybe you should take Chrome Marks, but I'm taking Jace. A little bit of lag. Can my computer handle it? Yes. Okay, interesting pack. Path is great. There's Miscalc, Windswept Heath, Factor Fiction, Fourth Air Lingus, and Rafine's Tower, all of which are really good. I'm actually going to take Fourth Air Lingus here. That makes me kind of wish I'd taken Chrome Mox last, but Fourth Air Lingus is incredibly good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're hoping to be Jeskai here. Could also abandon the Jace, but yeah, Fourth Air Lingus is so strong. Okay, now we see Firebolt, Mystical Tutor, or Mystical Confluence, Reprieve. Let's take the Reprieve. Reprieve is really strong and cheap, which is important. We have no fixing so far, but really powerful spells. Jace is looking a little out of place. Maybe we're supposed to take the Chrome Mox there. I wasn't expecting to get past such a sweet card in Fourth Air Lingus. This card is so good. Interesting. So there's a few options. Prismatic Ending is a solid removal spell. There's also Zealous Conscript though. And I think I'm going to take that. We could easily become Jeskai Twin. Yeah, we'll go for that. High upside pick. This goes Infinite with Splinter Twin or Kiki Jiki. And we haven't seen either of those so far, which hopefully means they're yet to be opened. Alright. Well, this pack is not great. Cryptic Command is kind of tempting. It don't like the mana is all over the place. We have very intense color requirements if we take this. I think it is still the pick though. Nothing else looks that good. Like we're not really in a Tolly deck. Yeah, I'll take the Cryptic. We'll see if we get there on the mana. Now we can take Xander's Lounge. There is Fairy Mastermind, but I think we gotta take the Xander's Lounge if we want to potentially play red and Cryptic Command in the same deck. We could definitely be just like a more aggressive build too. Just like abandon both of these and go Boros. That's one possibility. This would be an interesting idea. Then we take like Beaumont Courier. Honestly, I kind of like that plan, keeping the curve low. Let's see what's open. But yeah, this seems like this is a better place to be. Now we can take a Dragon's Rage Channeler, which is kind of sweet here. Maybe actually, yeah, Emperor's Shieldbreaker is probably better. Yeah. So we're looking Boros now. The Jace, yeah, the Cryptic Command we didn't miss out on much. With the Jace pick we did. We missed out on Chrome Mox, which would be really good in this style of deck. But that's okay. So right now we're Boros. We could end up playing Twin. We could also just be like Boros mid-range or aggro. I think it's Dismember here. Better removal spell than Charm, just being 1 mana as opposed to 3. Weird to see Grizzlebrand going that late. So what are we looking for here? Well, it remains to be seen if we're like hyper aggressive or not. Oh, okay, we'll take a Robber of the Rich. Yeah, very happy to not be playing blue. This seems like a much more open lane. And you know how much I love being in the open lane. Yeah, that chase pick definitely backfired a bit. That's alright though. Still looking really good through the first 10 picks. Okay, so here is some blue-white fixing if we want to play blue. Honestly, I'm more tempted by the Fire Covenant. But I think I'm just going to stay true and take the unexpectedly option, say 2 colors. Yeah, it's a good removal spell. Now we get Firebolt, great late pickup. Kumano facing Kakazan, nice. I guess I'll take Mirage Mirror, and let's pick Blooming Marsh. Okay, so yeah, we're Boros aggro. Yeah, I mean, just really low curve with lots of interaction is a great place to be. We have no fixing, which is, like, that's probably our greatest weakness. We'll really try to fix that going forward. But I really like where we're at. And now we get a Ragavan. That is beautiful. Perfect card to get. Yeah, not really much else that's a consideration. Maybe we can get Arc Trail on the wheel. But very happy to pick up a Ragavan there. And we can back it up with a decent amount of removal. Kumano faces Kakazan is actually looking decent here. For this to be good, you need to be aggressive and you need to care about. You need like have a creature into the battlefield the next turn. But if we play turn 1 Kumano, turn 2 Robber of the Rich, that's nice. Okay, I think we'll take a Stoneforge here. We don't have equipment yet, but we have time to get one. Porcelain Legionnaire is good too. Don't really care about the other cards in this pack, but yeah, I'll take Stoneforge. Man, Chrome Mox would be so good for this deck. My blue-white greed. Oh well. Okay, interesting. There is a Showdown of the Scalds. Do we just take the Showdown? Honestly, yeah. Seems like a really good card in this deck where we have a low curve, lots of creatures to put the counters on. Mizzium Mortars and Tithe Taker are both okay, but not that exciting. So we'll take the Showdown. Right now we're not playing the Zealous Conscript. Well, we could play Zealous Conscript just as a curve topper. We don't have the combo though. What will make us really want to play that is if we also get Kiki Jiki, the Mirror Breaker. Okay, there's the Colonnade for the red-white deck that wasn't, or for the Jeskai deck that wasn't. We can take Glimmer Lens, which is a nice equipment to find in Stoneforge Mystic. There's also Giver of Runes, but there's also Strip Mine. I don't think we really want Savai Triumph. I want my lands to be untapped. I think I'm going to take the Strip Mine and try to wheel one of the 2 white cards. They're both good, but neither is essential. And Strip Mine is really good, especially when you have a low curve. Okay, a lot of good stuff here. I think I'm going to take the Thraben Inspector and then wheel one of the 3-ish red cards. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. If we take, there's a world where we take like Incinerate and then we don't wheel anything from this pack. This deck looks really good. Such a good curve, as in just as low as possible. That's pretty much what you want with these style of decks. I don't think we're doing Zerta things. I don't think we need Blood Crypt. So we'll take a Intrepid Adversary, which is fine. Ooh, interesting. So we could take Lightning Greaves, which is a good equipment with Stoneforge Mystic. There's also Flicker Wisp, which is only okay. Mana Confluence is the other one that I'm really looking at, but I think I'll take the Greaves. I haven't actually played with Lightning Greaves since it was added back to the format, but it seems good. Nothing here for us, unfortunately. Really late Inquisition of Kozilek. I don't think we're ever playing a Talisman. I guess I'll take the land, just in case something weird happens. Don't think we'll be playing that, though. Bit of a brick of a pack. Okay, we do wield the Arc Trail. I don't think we can play Mox Opal. It's like Closer than you would think, but not actually, yeah, not actually that close. So, Arc Trail, solid. Now we see Porcelain Legionnaire versus Nahiri's Warcrafting. I think I'm going to take the Legionnaire. Good with Lightning Greaves. And yeah, I want to be pretty threat dense. We already have Swords of Plowshares, Dismember, Firebolt, Arc Trail for removal, and Unexpectedly Absent. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now we see that that's funny. Mizzy Mortars and Winds of Abandon are like the same card. They both overload for 6 and take out 1 creature. Tide Taker is a mediocre creature. I think I'd rather one of these. I'll take the Mizzy Mortars. I prefer to not give them lands when I have the choice. Okay, these both wield. That's great. Normally I would take Giver of Runes, but I think given that we have Stoneforge, Glimmer Lens looks pretty nice. Okay, these both wield 2. I'll take the Grim Lavamancer. Alright. So at this point, it's like lands over anything, pretty much. We have 22 spells that we're excited about playing. Some of these are like, we can cut some of them, like maybe we cut Mizzy Mortars. But yeah, we're going to have to make some tough cuts. We get a Mock Sapphire, that's pretty excellent. Wasteland would be good. Hopefully Wood of Foothills becomes good because we get a Sacred Foundry. But yeah, we'll definitely take the Mocks. Now it's a pretty easy Inspiring Vantage. Could come around, but we just can't risk it. Like, there's a lot of cards here that are decent. Battle Skull with Stoneforge maybe, but we desperately need fixing here. Okay. Burst Lightning versus Mother of Runes is interesting. Mother of Runes is super strong. However, there are 2 white cards in the pack. I think we should actually take the Burst Lightning and try to wheel one of these 2. Oh, this would be such a good Lurrus deck. Yeah, we could totally play Lurrus. We'd lose Showdown, but that would be awesome. Lurrus would be a pickup even over a land, I think. Yeah, I would take Lurrus over Black Lotus. I'd take Lurrus #1 out of every card ever printed at this point. With that being said, I'm still, I think, taking Burst Lightning over Mother of Runes. We do have a lot of removal, but I think that's still the right pick. Not much for us here. Oh wait, oh there is something for us here. Yeah, that is awesome. Entomb is powerful, but not for this deck. You'd maybe play Magda. Sarah Weather Wayfarer would be a good sideboard card. Sarah Paragon could get there, but super easy Plateau. That's the best thing we could have gotten, other than Lurrus. Interesting pick here. Cauldron Complete is a equipment to play with the Stoneforge, which is pretty good. There's also Goblin Rabblemaster and Thalia. I think I'm going to take the Thalia here. We do have a lot of non-creatures, but it's really, really good in a lot of matchups. Yeah, I think that is the right pick. Now we get Sacred Foundry. That's excellent. The mana is really coming together now. Yeah, we do have a lot of creatures, a lot of non-creatures for a Thalia deck. This might not be able to be a main deck card, but it'll be the best card in our deck in a lot of matchups. Okay, we'll take Usher of the Fallen. Great pickup. So tragic that we don't have Lurrus. We could play it so easily. We weren't even trying to draft with Lurrus in mind, but we just ended up doing it. This is going to be a low land count deck, of course, since our curve is so low. Although we can't really count Strip Mine as a land. Also, we're not the best Mock Sapphire deck, again, because our curve is so low. It can cast, some things. Ooh. Another equipment for Stoneforge, but I think I would rather have Figure of Destiny here. Yeah. Figure of Destiny is great. The fact that it makes that we can level it up with both red and white mana is a big key. Okay, I'll take Wasteland now. Yeah, Wasteland's a great pickup. Having Wasteland plus Strip Mine in a deck with a curve this low. So, I think we play 11 basics. So, yeah, 16 lands with 2 things. Yeah, this seems good. Now let's take Relic of Progenitus. Student of Warfare is good too, but Relic of Progenitus is great. And we don't really use our graveyard much. Mother of Runes Wield, nice. Honestly, I think I'm going to cut Showdown of the Skulls from the main deck. Just so sad that we don't have Lurrus, but I think we just aren't that interested in a 4-mana card advantage spell in the main deck. We're trying to be super explosive. Do we play 10 lands with this deck? Or 10 basics? If we did 5 and 5, that would give us 8 copies of each color. Weathered Wayfarer is actually really good. I don't think I'll play it in the main deck because we're just so tight on space. But it's good. We can find multiple Wasteland Strip Mine cards, which is nice. Yeah, I think if we run it with 5 and 5, that's only 8 sources of each color. We will have to mulligan some hands because the mana sucks. Ooh. Both of these are good. I think Hellrider's better. And Steamkin doesn't seem that good. Yeah, I'm just playing no 4-drops. We're just mono 1 and 2 drops. All in on being fast. Thalia honestly should be in here. Let's bring in Thalia and cut something else. What are we cutting? Maybe I'll move the Relic to the sideboard. It's great, but I don't think we need it in the main deck. So if we did this... No, it really wanted me to play one Swamp. I think we're fairly even. Yeah, we are. Slightly heavier white, but not by much. Yeah, this deck is crazy. Extremely streamlined and low to the ground. The Jason Cryptic are not going to make the final draft, I think. We also just have a good sideboard. This is good when we're on the draw. This is good when we're more grindy. This is good against creatures. This is good against Blightsteel Colossus. This is good against Graveyard Hate. Not a bad place to be. See you in round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1. We're playing against Joey Burnout 420. We're on the play, which is right where this deck wants to be. And yeah, I can't really ask for a better hand than this. We have all our colors, we can curve out, we have Wasteland. Just a perfect hand. Would we rather play Glimmerlens or 4th Air Lingus? Or Stoneforge Mystic on turn 2? I think Glimmerlens. Sure. Don't love playing against a green deck when we don't have removal. But yeah, I'm going to play this. Hit for 1 and pass. And we'll see what they do here, but we can potentially become the Monarch next turn. Yeah, this matchup, the key is just going to be finding removal. Because their creatures are going to be bigger than ours, that's for sure. It'd be really nice if they didn't have something devastating this turn. Hex Drinker is not devastating. Yeah, I'm just gonna play 4th Air Lingus. They're gonna be able to become the Monarch right back. But I think this still is a good position for us. Okay, drawing back-to-back lands was not what we were hoping for. Alright, I'm happy to see our Fiend's Tower. They can level up their Hex Drinker if they want to. Sure. So that's going to be hard for us to deal with now, but what are they going to do? Are they going to attack? Sure. If they attack, they get to become the Monarch, but then we get to attack back. Alright, sure. So now we're going to start attacking their mana. Brutal. So we'll go Wasteland your Fiend's Tower. Swing with these two, which lets us draw another card, and then we can... I guess we shouldn't have done this first. Yeah, bad sequencing. Jeez, we're playing so few lands. How is that? We've drawn an insane number of lands. Our opening hand was so perfect that we might be okay anyways. Alright, they just take it all. I'll kill their dude. Play Stone Fortune Pass, draw our Monarch card. Our hand is literally just lands though, so we do need to find some action. Grab the Lightning Greaves, go to our end step, draw a card. Figure of Destiny, okay. And saying that we have 7 cards in our hand still. Eternal Witness to bring back Rafine's Tower, pretty slow. We do need to find some action though. Robber of the Rich, not looking great here. That's funny. How do we want to attack? Let's go land Robber of the Rich and then send everything in. Except Grim Lavamancer. Makes sense. Sure. Then we'll go Usher of the Fallen, Figure of Destiny, go. We draw another card on our end step. Strip Mine, sure. So next turn we'll have another Grim Lavamancer trigger. Just throwing creature after creature at them and making them deal with all of them. Agatha's Soul Cauldron doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess it's like their anti-Grim Lavamancer tech, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so now their Hex Drinker can add mana. Unclear how relevant that is unless they have Time Walk. Kinnan, yeah, that's not gonna get the job done, my friend. I mean, if we draw Brick, maybe, but we can just kill a Kinnan. Yeah, I feel like that's not gonna be feasible for them to pull this off. We'll see. Legionnaire, okay, so we'll go. Couple different options, honestly. I think I do want to strip mine them. So we'll do this. Then we'll kill the Kinnan. Well, we can. They can't grow it with Agatha Soul Cauldron right now. Now we'll attack with everything. Man, Glimmerlens, low key, insanely good. It's just been a 2-mana 2/2 that's drawn us a card every single turn. And Reprieve was a great draw. I think that probably solidifies it. So they can block like Figure of Destiny or whatever. Take 5, go to 2, and then we hold a Reprieve. Yep. So we draw, they go to discard, which is totally fine. Sword Splash Air is another strong card. I don't think there's any weird Craterhoof Behemoth shenanigans they could do. I mean, we strip mined them multiple times, so they only have 3 mana. Just relentless draw from us. Still have 7 cards in hand. So push board, we're gonna bring in Mizzium Mortars for sure. Maybe Hellrider, maybe Relic, maybe Weathered Wayfarer. Probably not Hellrider. It's good against decks that don't have removal, but bringing in a 4-drop on the draw seems a little dicey. Okay. 6/6 Hex Drinker. I don't think I've ever seen that power and toughness on it. They can make their base power and toughness 2/2. I don't even know how these triggers all stack with each other. Okay, I'm gonna let that happen. That doesn't do anything. I mean, they're just dead on board, right? So untap. Yeah, okay. So solid game one. Let's definitely bring the mortars. Honestly, I think I'm gonna cut the lightning greaves. And at that point, I think I might cut the Stoneforge too. Lightning greaves is good against removal, but they're not playing removal. Like this. Yeah, I think I like this plan. Alright, we'll submit like this. Relic is fine, but I don't think it's essential, at least against what we've seen so far. Like, yeah, they have Agatha's Soul Cauldron. I'm not too worried about that. And I do still want to play the Grim Lavamancer. It's worse if they're using Soul Cauldron, but you saw there, like, it's really, really good against green creatures in general. It can easily take out, like, 2 or 3 creatures on its own. This deck is so fast. Man, that lack of Chromox. Chromox be so good here. Alright. On the draw, that makes things harder, of course, but our hand is excellent. Multiple threats and multiple removal spells, and all our colors. Pretty much exactly what you look for. If they play Manadorkle Firebolt, if they play a Hex Drinker, I'll be happy. And just play my Mother of Runes. No play. Okay. Another removal spell. So if they have Agatha Soul Cauldron, they can give their creatures the Mother of Runes ability, which would be, I mean, probably game ending, but I think we'll be fine. Interesting draw. So we're just going to play and crack the clue. I think I'm not going to hit for one. There's a genuine argument for hitting for one, but I think it's worth it to leave it back. So ideally we find a white source off of our next 2 draws so we can play and kick Intrepid Adversary. And then we'll have enough of Ward Presence we can just attack each turn and back it up with our removal spells. They don't pay life, which makes sense. Okay, that does very little. Sure. Um, Interesting draw. I think I'm not going to strip mine this turn. I'm just going to do the Intrepid Adversary line and put the Ren and Realmbreaker to 1. And this is, I'm tapping my Mother of Runes, which is not ideal, but I think it's fine. This feels like a key turn. They need to do something really significant this turn. Please no board sweeper. Oh no. Yeah, that's bad. Just a clean 3 for 1. That is the best possible draw. Wow. Huh. Okay. So good, I'm not even going to strip mine them. So I'll send one of these at Ren, the other two at their face. We get to become the Monarch, we draw a card, and now we're back in business. Because we have threats again, we have card draw going, we still have an insane suite of removal. If they wipe our board again, we're still the Monarch, so I think we can draw into some action pretty quickly. And any creature here, yeah, like Golos, not a problem. We can answer that for 1 mana. We'll probably just strip mine whatever land they get with that. Plateau. No, I'm actually going to just strip mine their island, I think. Pass with Unexpectedly Absent Up. It could have firebolted their face. I don't think that's correct. This deck just feels so unfair. Granted, we did top deck the 4th Airlingus at a very nice moment. This card is absurd though. This is like why we went into red-white. We were planning on being blue-white control until we saw the 3rd pick 4th Airlingus. What you got? Green Suns for 3, sure. I don't really know what's scary here. Okay, I guess Kitchen Finks is their best hit. But even that, I mean, they're not that on board, but it would not be a good position for them. I love this deck. Just so explosive. Leovold, okay. Don't care. So we could threaten lethal if we go for the end of turn Unexpectedly Absent, and then we draw an untapped land, and we can play in Flashback Firebolt. I think I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, yeah, we didn't draw the land. I'm just going to Mizium Mortars this so we get to hold up removal on our turn. So they get to draw a card. They only have 1 card somehow. So I'm just going to pass now, play around a board sweeper. We can Firebolt and Flashback Firebolt on our next turn. We still have Unexpectedly Absent up. Maybe we're supposed to put the Sylvan Library. Yeah, we're probably supposed to put Sylvan Library on top of their deck, but there's no path to victory for them here. Maybe. No, Thragtusk is gone. Yeah, there's no path. I feel kind of bad because their deck looks sweet. I love a good Golos deck. They can actually make all 5 colors, but oh well. Called or complete. Nice try. We'll put that right back on top for you. Try again next turn. Alright. Solid round 1. See you in round 2. Alright, back for round 2 against Ninja Formiga. We're on the draw, which is too bad, but our hand looks great. I think another situation where I'm not just going to wasteland on turn 1. It's a little tempting, but I would love to be able to get Beaumont Courier going while we're wastelanding them. keep. I love that we, in addition to, we have like a cheap threat that snowballs, plus two interactive, or like ways to interact with artifacts, creatures, and lands. So this hand really has its bases covered well. The one thing it's not doesn't have is like lots of pressure. We're not like killing the opponent super quickly. Ooh, interesting. Oof. Okay. A lot of stuff going on here. I think it is not. I think it'd be irresponsible to do Beaumont Courier here. I'm going to take out their mocks. There's a lot of different lines that are reasonable. But and so this the risk is if they it depends on what they put into play, but I think Swords to Plowshares will be good against a lot of stuff they could ramp into with the Lumberjack here. And also if they're sacrificing a land but we're also attacking their land, like that's kind of good for us. So we'll just see what they can put into play with this. If it's Minsk and Boo, we're gonna lose. Ah, damn it. That sucks. So what so we could have just played Swords to Plowshares on the Orcish Lumberjack. Man. Okay, I think our only out here. I mean, really, we don't have an out, but we can go. We can attack the Minskin Boo, and then we can dismember the Boo. And we need to find a burn spell ASAP. But it definitely doesn't make sense for us to be wastelanding or strip mining while they're going to town with this. So will they trade the Beaumont Courier with the Orcish Lumberjack? Maybe. We need to attack though. Yeah. Okay, then we'll go land, shield breaker, pass, and then we can Swords to Plowshares their Boo token this turn. We could maybe get it back into this. I mean, we're like having to burn removal spells on these Boo tokens every turn. We also need them to not have another good card, but Swords to Plowshares take this out. Our hand looks so good. If we were on the play, this game would have been a layup. Okay. I'm gonna play the Wasteland because I might want to double kill their lands next turn, but we're gonna this turn just use the Intrepid Adversary. It's literally just our entire deck versus Minskin Boo. They've done nothing other than play Minskin Boo, and it's still, I mean, that's just a 4/4 with trample and haste every single turn. So the Minskin Boo goes to 2. No, 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 no. They have endurance. That's not fair. That's completely unfair and really tilting, and we lose that game. That sucks. Okay, so they have Minskin Boo. It is what it is. I think we just, at least on the play, we just run back the main deck. We literally had Strip Mine and... Okay, so in hindsight, do we think we should have Swords to Plowshared the Orcish Lumberjack? I don't think so. Literally, turn 2 Minskin Boo is the only thing that punishes us for the line that we took. And, yeah, it just feels a little too conservative. We didn't even know they had that in their deck. Obviously, it didn't work out. But I do, and it hurts because we would have won if we just Swords Plowshared on the Minskin Boo, almost definitely. Okay, let's, I think I'm actually going to strip mine them here. And Yeah, we'll strip mine them, and then hopefully they play another mana dork, and we get to arc trail both of them. Nice. That's exactly what we were hoping for. And I'm actually gonna attack with a Mother of Runes here too. There's a chance they kill it, but damage matters. I don't want to give them too many draws. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack again. Glimmer Lens, good draw. We can just play and equip that immediately. And I think I am going to now hold up Mother of Runes now that they have a little bit more mana. They could play like Minsc or Chandra, things like that. Oh, I didn't even realize we got to keep the 2/2 token. That's Glimmer Lens is great. Seems like a good position. I mean, pretty lethal start to just like kill your land and both of your mana dorks right off the bat, which is exactly what this deck is trying to do. On the draw, I'm gonna play Mizium Mortars, I think, and Weathered Wayfarer. We'll need to decide what to cut. 5 mana. What you got? Elder Gargaroth. There's not much that does it here. I mean, I guess they're still at 12. Their life total isn't that low, but we're so far ahead on board. Looks like a Green Suns for 4. Oh, Finale for 3. Even better for us. Sure. They shuffle their graveyard back in. That's fine. Let's just untap and attack with everything. Ooh, good draw. Ha. Oh, kind of punished. Yeah, actually, majorly punished for playing our land first. I typically play my land first just in case, like making it a little more likely that Robber of the Rich will be able to get through. But in this case, we got kind of punished. Okay, do we want to save our Robber of the Rich or just let this happen? I think I will save the Robber of the Rich. So, well, I guess, how do we lose? If the only way we lose is Fiery Confluence, then we should play around Fiery Confluence. We're hitting them for 6. They go to 6. Firebolt will kill them in 2 turns. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna let this go through. Keep the Mother of Runes around to protect myself from Fiery Confluence. We lose the Robber of the Rich. That's fine. We'll Firebolt the Endurance and pass and plan to crack and clue end of turn. Feels like a good position for us here, and our opponent agrees. Okay, so 1-1 being on the draw is gonna make things harder for sure. Let's bring these two in and bring out what? I think Thalia on the draw against the green deck seems a little clunky. Lightning Greaves also seems not amazing. Um, and we can also cut the Stone Forge similarly. We have one more ad if we want to. Could bring in Light up the stage. Could bring in Hellrider. Could bring in Zealous Conscripts. Honestly, I kind of like having one Zealous Conscripts. Weird on the curve, I know. But it just wins. Almost sneezed there. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try this. Weird plan, kind of, but I like the idea. Obviously, we don't want to draw it in our opening hand. Huh. Okay, I'll keep this hand. Light on lands, but we have a couple interactive spells. We can, yeah, definitely keep. They lead on Raging Ravine. Okay, can we draw land? No, we can't. Beaumont Courier does not look good here. That's not going to be a big part of our plan. I think we're going to play Kumano Faces Kakazan first. Okay. Good thing we played like we did. Playing like Usher of the Fallen would have been a disaster here. Okay, I'm going to play a 2/2 Beaumont Courier and attack Ren for 2. Can we draw land, please? We bricked on our first 2 draws. Okay. Brutal. So we'll do this. I'll just Firebolt and we'll pass. But I mean, yeah, if we just never draw a second land, we will lose. A weird way to do that. That seems fine to me. Boo, yeah. That sucks. We could have won if we were curving out for sure, but if we just are never going to draw a second land, maybe we should have mulliganed. I think that's a good hand on the draw, though, honestly. Tough to say. Obviously, it didn't work out. Jeez. All right. Tough loss for sure. Man, screw's part of the game. I'll see you in the finals. All right, round 3. We are on the draw with another one lander, and I'm going to foolishly keep it again. I think this one's better. We do have Mock Sapphire. Seems reasonable. It's tempting to play turn 1 Lightning Greaves, actually. Mm, hard to say. Like what? We could also play turn 1 Porcelain Legionnaire. I think I'm going to play the Legionnaire. Yeah, this is better if they have a counter spell for next turn. Like, I really don't want to play Greaves on turn 1, then they counter the Legionnaire and I can't do anything. Okay. We lose that. It's okay. Can we draw land? Nice. So I'm going to play Kumano Faces Kakazan and then play Lightning Greaves. Yep. So I think if Glimmerlens is equipped to the thing, it won't fall off. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, that's not a problem. Although we're constrained on white mana. Okay, so what actually is going to happen here is we're gonna go Swords of Plowshares, take this out. We're just gonna play Ember's Shieldbreaker and not kill an artifact, which is okay. Because I want to get the counter out of this. We'll kill their swamp. Equip here and hit for 3. And then next turn we can get Glimmerlands going. Bitter Blossom is way too slow. Good draw. Okay, I think this works. I hope the Glimmerlands doesn't fall off. Yeah, good. Man, this deck is so good when it hits land drops. They just concede. Okay, so blue-black mid-range. Kind of stomped him there. We can probably cut... Well, Dismember's good against the Svelune. I think I'm going to bring in Relic. We didn't see Graveyard Hate, but they're pretty likely to have it. And I'll cut Arc Trail. Just a little clunky. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, another good hand. We'll keep. Imagine spending 1 mana to not interact with the board when you could spend 1 mana to develop a threat that will kill your opponent. We have a Spirit Warrior, a Human Scout, and a Human Soldier. Good draw. I think I'll lead on that. And we're going to go turn 2 Thalia, turn 3-2 Thalia. Tar Confidant, yeah, you can have that. That's fine, but maybe you actually can have it if we have the option to kill it. Yeah, sure. That's not a scary. Like I would prefer, like Dark Confidant's better for us than like a Baleful Strix or something. But if we have an option to cleanly kill it, I think it is worth it to do so. All right. Let's strip their island. Sure. And we'll get Thalia in there, hit for 2 and pass. Fair enough. Good draw. I think I'm gonna hold the Intrepid Adversary to try and kick it next turn. If they go land Toxic Deluge, we'll lose, and we'll have to go to game 3. Reef, okay. Well, there goes our Intrepid Adversary. I guess I wish I had played it. Okay. So kill the Mother of Runes. Then we can kill their Liliana. Dicey though, we definitely don't want this to turn into like a card advantage game, especially when they've already played Ancestral Recall. They kept in Bitter Blossom, that's hilarious. Well, we don't have enough mana to flashback Firebolt because of Thalia. So it looks like they're going to get to flashback one of their spells. Oh, well, we brought in Relic for this, but looks like they're going to get us in game 2. I like our chances in game 3, though. We should have brought in Weathered Wayfarer. Not that it would be like particularly good this game, but we still should have brought it in. And it's good to know about Liliana the Last Hope. That's definitely a pretty good card against our deck. Hopefully they don't also have Orcish Bowmasters. Looks like Thalia is going down. Whoa, they pay life? Interesting. That must mean they're reanimating Archon. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to take out the Jace. Also, obviously, Mana Flood's a little rough. I'll do that and pass. I'm drawing 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 lands in our 15 land deck. Oof. I'm still going to keep putting lands into play. We don't have anything that loots, and if we find Figure of Destiny, we'll want to um, level it up as much as possible. Alright, come on, deck. Give me something. Are you kidding me? That feels bad. That's our 10th land that we've drawn. We have 5 lands left out of 24. We've drawn 10 lands to 6 spells. Insane ratio. Alright, first time drawing Ragavan. That's nice. Rats. Alright, down to 8. I mean, good draw, honestly. We have infinite mana, so we can... It's just a 1-2 for free. Problem is, we're dead to this Murktide region in 2 turns now. I guess I'll play around Miscalculation. We don't quite have lethal, so technically they do win the race if they attack. Okay. Down to 4. Okay, I'll not concede just in case they get greedy and go for something weird, because we could find Swords to Plowshares. Tough game, though. Obviously, that Mana Flood is kind of next level. It's part of the game, though. So, we're on the play for game 3. That helps a lot. I think we just run it back. Unless we want light at the stage, which does seem kind of good. I think everything else is just better, though. So, we'll run it back. We're definitely going to get mana screwed here. That is inevitable. Oh, no, maybe we'll just get flooded again. I actually will keep it, though. Wasteland is great. I like having the turn 1 Bohawk Courier. I also don't really like mulliganing against control decks. Like, if they're playing Force of Will and discard spells and kill spells and whatnot, like, you need resource quantity. Ooh, good draw. I'm just going to dash. I think people probably slightly over dash Ragavan, but in this situation where we don't have a lot of other stuff to do with our mana, it is correct. Too bad. I guess it doesn't matter whether we dash or not. Hopefully they play creature. Not exactly the creature I had in mind. Hopefully we draw a creature. Okay. I think I'm just going to play Intrepid Adversary this turn. Because we want to empty our hand for this Beaumont Courier as soon as possible. Weird pause here. I don't think there's anything they could have. Okay, cast. And then do we want to dismember this Fairy Rogue end of turn? I'll dismember that instead. We're gonna take out both of these things because our plan is to crack the Beaumont Courier soon. So I'm gonna Sword Splashers this, untap, and then we'll see if we want to discard Wastelander or our other card. I think I'd rather actually discard the Shield Breaker here. So now we can. Whoa, the sun just really came out. Hit for 4, and then we could pop the Beaumont to draw 4 cards now, but I think I'm gonna wait longer and just try to get a 5th card. Honestly, 4 cards isn't enough to like guarantee the win. All right, we'll untap. Burst Lightning, good draw. I'm just gonna keep on clearing the path for our creatures. Come on in for 4. Okay, that's bad, but I also think we're in a good position. We'll see which they choose to block. Intrepid Adversary, okay. Let's take this out, and I'm just gonna pass again. They go down to 7. That's actually like the worst possible draw. It's fine though, we'll just lose that. What? No! I thought we were in such a good position. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna draw 6 new cards. It's great. Oh my god, that's so brutal. We even have the nombo of like millions of excess lands plus Robber of the Rich. Tough. It's not over. I mean, maybe we're even still winning, but that was like, it should have been over after we drew 6 cards, and instead, it's gonna be a grind. No, come on! What is going on? Okay. Still get the job done. They didn't know that that was like it. We had nothing left. All right, weird, weird league. This deck was great. Extremely fast, extremely low to the ground. There's 2 things that would have helped a lot. One is to have that Chrome Mox. 2 is to have Luris. I guess we would also lose the Legionnaire, but like, I mean, yeah, it would have been so free. It would have been a really, really powerful addition to this deck. As for what we did have, the Wasteland Stripmine plan was great. That really helped us in a lot of matchups. And just the curve. Really, this deck was all about the mana curve. Just turn 1, we had a 1-drop creature every single game. And then on turn 2, we were either going like 1 mana removal spell plus 1 mana creature, or Wasteland plus 1 mana creature, or Wasteland plus 1 mana removal spell. Just like every single mana was maximized every single turn. And then the unexpected power of it was the card draw. Between 4th Air Lingus and Glimmerlens, with Stoneforge to find Glimmerlens, we had lots of ways to start drawing 2 cards a turn, which is incredible when your curve is so low and you can leverage all those cards immediately. So yeah, the result was a really sweet deck. Couldn't quite get the trophy. We just lost to Minskin Boo twice in 1 round. Much could be said about that match. I may have misplayed. It's a little unclear. But whatever happened, it was a really sweet league. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.